Hey, welcome back. My name is Dino. This mini video is on James Gleick's The Information, and it's on its prologue. The focus of this video is to talk a little bit about the origin and spread of the concept of information, which is the title of his book, The Information. The first constituent element is the bit. The bit was a concept, is partially conceptualized by Claude Shannon back in 1948. He defined it as a unit for measuring information. Looking and sort of interrogating this idea, because it's such a vague term, like a unit for measuring information. Information is such a big term. Shannon wrote as though there were such a thing measurable and quantifiable as information. So it's like a unit, a bit is this unit that measures information. So it's like, if you have a hard time defining what information is, if it's hard to be measurable, hard to be quantifiable, then it sort of makes this idea of a bit hard to understand. Gleick goes a bit into the background of information and how our society has transformed in its sort of relationship and perceptions of information. And one concept is a food gatherer. This is sort of talking about the change in needs of human beings over time. The media theorist Marshall McLuhan back in 1967 wrote, "Man, the food gatherer reappears incongruously as information gatherer." And it's funny this is written back in 1967, because you think about hunter-gatherers, and the idea of people gathering food as a way to create sustenance and live, and then over time it's become gathering information, which is, in 1967, that seems like a pretty prescient thing for how we're behaving today, because a lot of us gather and move around information. That's basically our jobs. And if we're students, that's how we get through school. It's gathering information and outputting it in various ways. This relates to the concept of the DNA, and it sort of talks about how the information has even broached into biology. This is from evolutionary theorist Richard Dawkins. This is a quote of his: "What lies at the heart of every living thing is not a fire, not warm breath, not a spark of life. It is information, words, instructions. If you want to understand life, don't think about vibrant, throbbing gels and oozes. Think about information technology." So Dawkins was one of the idea. He was one of the people who thought about the idea of memes, and which is sort of subsequently been used more in social media and other uses. But something like DNA, it's like, these information, these words, instructions about how to reproduce is baked into how we are. And it's, he makes the analogy that it's like information technology. Intercellular communication. This is from biophysicist Werner Lowenstein. Information connotes a cosmic principle of organization and order, as it provides an exact measure of that. So in terms of the way that our bodies and cells communicate with one another, there's this idea that information is organization and order, and it provides a measure of that. So again, it's one of the bigger things that we push back against in society is disorder, disorganization, and information orders that. The idea of information is bridged into economics, as probably many of you know or have thought about. Economics is recognizing itself as an information science now that money itself is completing a developmental arc from matter to bits, stored in computer memory and magnetic strips, world finance coursing through the global nervous system. So again, as we move from more like paper currencies and bartering and trading goods and services to more from goods, more to from the past in trading in goods, now we're trading more in services and information. As that's happened, and we've embraced more of the digital world, even economics itself is devolving into, or evolving into, depending on your view of it, into information. Physics. This is from John Archibald Wheeler and Gleick. What we call reality arises in the last analysis from the posing of yes/no questions. All things physical are information theoretic in origin. This is a participatory universe. So from this, when you think about yes/no questions, it makes you think of bits and bytes and ones and zeros and binary code. So Wheeler sort of makes the analogy between physics and the physical world and information. So what are the implications of all of these ideas and concepts that have evolved over the past several decades? Basically, information has quickly evolved over the past several decades, especially as we've embraced more digital devices, the computers, tablets, smartphones that surround us, the ubiquitous internet, so we're always constantly connected. So it's changed because of, again, the proliferation of all these devices and services and connections. The concept has become rapidly applied to a diverse and likely growing number of fields, as you see from basic information into biology, economics, physics, etc. The increasing use of digital devices and continued migration of life online, as we spend more and more time online. Hopefully, we push back a little bit more against that. This will likely shift the definition and uses of information still further. So it's the concept of the information has grown really quickly over time, and it shifted into different fields, and it's only going to shift most likely into other fields and other definitions and uses. That was the information. My name is Dino. Please feel free to like this video if you like it. Please feel free to comment on it. What do you think about the concept of the information? Is it as definable in terms of bits as Shannon once said? What do you think about its migration into various domains of everyday life, like biology, our work, economics, physics, biology? Where do you think it's going to go to next? What do you think the impact of artificial intelligence will do to the information? Finally, if you like this type of video, please feel free to subscribe to this channel if you want similar types of content. As always, thanks for watching.